Hello, how are you today? Are you guys doing good? Hope you are. Today I bring you another mission. Soon we will be taking off, so enjoy the show. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Engine ignition. As you can see, we've got a very large rocket, 2 solid fuel boosters either side, and the main core stage comprised of 2 restock engines. Referring to rocket ratio is a 1-to-1, which isn't really realistic, but yeah, as you saw, we are sending a jumpable, or really like a flyable, rover to a Montier. Inside of a small little rocket, it will take us about 10 minutes to get to a Mon if you want to skip ahead and have a look at the description. I already recorded this video, it's just that the mic quality was terrible, so I'm recording it on some better microphones, so at least it's tolerable. So just being crackle, mic crackle. But as you can see, we're gonna have separation of the boosters in about 2 seconds. About now. And the overall speed will speed up. So it's about 28 minutes long. If you want to go skip to the actual moon landing, that will be in the description or as a chapter. At the end, there will be some fireworks as we land. But yeah, as you can see, the music's weird because I haven't changed over audio tracks yet. But yeah, as you can see, engine ignition again. We're getting into orbit, but I won't be finishing it. I will stage so that booster falls back down to Kerbin. Because we don't want any debris onto the moon. But yeah, about 2 minutes in, we're already at orbit. Now, this took me about 10 minutes to get into a proper frame. Because I am terrible at making maneuver nodes to the moon. As well, I was well off with my inclination, as you're going to see. I'm going to spend about 20 minutes just doing the inclination, and then having to set up a new maneuver node when I realise it's going to take 2 minutes. Sorry, I just love a balloon. Not like there's really anything to do. But, you know. So as you can see, we've made the maneuver, and now I'm making my secondary maneuver. So this might be good. So yeah, so now that we are setting up the maneuver node, I did record this in 3 parts. That's why you might see it fade to black. That's because I had to leave between them, and it was a pretty long session, each one. Normally I wouldn't, I could probably sit through this, and I already had done this mission before, just to test it, but yeah. So yeah, how are you? As you can see, the music just changed. I don't know if I'm gonna have to turn up this volume of my voice, or if it's gonna be good already. So yeah, as you can see, we've done our first maneuver. Now we're going to do our second to a one. I use quite a few visual mods, and this first break is when I decided to get rid of the Eve city lights, because I don't really think it's realistic, assuming as there's about 80 crewmen Kerbals in the entire Kerbal species that just make more, and they keep on getting higher. Like, I don't think the cities are good. So they don't really look that good once you're onto the ground, you know? Second maneuver is now ensuing. Alright, so, as you can see, we are now on our way to a Mun. 6 minutes and 26 seconds in. Well, for me at least, because I'm recording this on OBS. And I'm watching this on OBS inside of about a 720p resolution. So, there you go. It's moved a little bit. You'll see that there will be no more city lights on the map. Probably. Maybe. Please could I look at Kerbin on the dark side. Guess I didn't look at Kerbin on the dark side, but yep, there are no city lights. None of them. I say no. No city light. But yeah. Right now on the way to Mun. Now I did something pretty risky here. And you'll see what I mean. The music's gone weird again. You see, I was just gonna go into orbit, and I used MechJeb for my maneuver nodes, by the way. Really love MechJeb. It's a pretty good mod, you know. Like, you can set up launch maneuvers, ascend automatically, or hell, just do the maneuver for you, or set up a maneuver and then execute said maneuver. But, you know. Sorry, I was just typing something for my OBS. But yeah, you're gonna see, even though I'm gonna be in an orbit, I'm just gonna land using the thruster. Then I'm gonna separate this now. You see, you can see something happen very weird once we land. What I can't get is that there's another 20 minutes after this point. And most of it's pretty boring, if I do say so myself. Just realised this is a mono, so pretty bad. But still, it's fine. I mean, what? I don't really. It's mono. Who needs dual-sided voiceover? Let's be honest. Who needs me to be able to hear if I'm speaking over here or over here? So you can't tell. But, like, who really needs it? Yeah, now, you're gonna see I stage. Look at that speed. And look how I bounce. Okay? So I'm gonna be going about, yeah, like 80, maybe 70 meters per second. So, here we go. Here we go. And then bounce off the ground somehow. Just like to say, I have no cheats on. Did check it, but I did get rid of the thing. But I checked, and I had no cheats on after this, so... Somehow it just works. That's just Kerbal physics for you, innit? It's just Kerbal physics being Kerbal physics. and touchdown. Now you can see I'm going to edit those landing legs because we're sort of skidding across the ground, which I didn't like. Right after I deploy my photonic panels, which, to be perfectly honest, I didn't need this many. But yeah, here I go. Just change the spring and dampener. Now this is gonna be a cut here because I had to go and edit the insides, but yeah, that's quite literally it. To deploy the Rover! Woohoo! The main event! And deployation. As you can see, it's actually using the Rover as a relay. That's how good the Rover is as a relay. Even though Kerbin is like right behind there. Like, it's right... You can see where Kerbal is facing, it's right over there. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see? I only realised this when I was taking the thumbnail shot. But yeah, come on, turn off reaction wheel. Quick little thruster test. I have 3 of them. So both back ones facing forwards are used with H, and the front ones facing backwards are using N. Okay, the forward thruster is H, backward thruster is N. Same as if you were translating. And then that up thruster is Z. Shift control, you know, just main throttle. Now, here's a little time lapse of me getting to a position. Now, I was going to make it for craters, which is like small, but it ended up being able to jump like 7.7 kilometers, which is way further. I could probably push it to 10, and if I gave it a pack with a bit more fuel, then definitely further. But it really just depends on how fast of a speed you get up to whilst travelling. Because obviously you have to be able to go up and down fast enough that you won't hit into a slope. See, this one's on a slope, which I don't like. Now, you'll be watching the entirety of this launch, and I failed here. Because I sort of forgot to activate the reaction wheel. As you can see, I had to go toggle the torque there. But now I'm going to activate the H action group to essentially go up. The cowl controller on the bottom is what's controlling that. So yeah, a little thruster, a little left bit, a little right. Take a close attention to the top right. I think we're travelling at 29 meters per second, but I might be wrong with the forward velocity. I think it's about 38. Let me go check. Yeah, it's 32. So 32 is a pretty fast speed, but not really compared to the 7.7 kilometers, 58 meters per second I had to get up to. I think I reached about 90 in the middle just to get across quick enough. Obviously, the faster you go, the less thrust you have to put in to keep yourself up. But the more thrust you have to use to slow down. I'm gonna hit it. Oh no, 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 I'm not gonna hit it, of course. And this ain't even my Kerbal, by the way. So, yeah. My Kerbal will be coming out. This is a guy that I got from the Kerbal selector. So now it's gone from flying mode to regular old rovery mode. And soon there'll be a time lapse of Kerbals curling on the Mun, because that's what Kerbals do on the Mun. By that, I mean they be stupid, and they sort of just look happy when they're about to crash into the ground. Why do they look so happy, like, 24/7? Like, they're about to blow up in the atmosphere, and they're like, woohoo, I love this day, I love this day, I love this day. Even though they're about to die. So, yeah. Let's see, 1 jump, 1 tumble, 1 small rover. So yeah. 15 minutes in, and here's the cut. So yeah, as you're gonna see, I'm gonna be going pretty quickly over this. So yeah, let's go! Let's start kerbling. After I make a quick save so I don't accidentally blow myself up. I make these every 2 seconds. That's a joke if you couldn't tell. But I'm speaking monotone. But yeah, reaction wheels active, activating the thrusters. Here's the time lapse because you've already seen me do this first person. This jump actually only takes like a minute max. Here's the stats. If I could check how far the crater was, I know it's 4 kilometers because the flag's 4 kilometers away. Once you see it at the end. Doom, 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 new, 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 new. By the way, the reason why I can go into first person is because I have this mod called Through the Eyes, as well as this other mod called Free IPA, which allows me to go inside the capsule. They work very good together. I'd just buy Free IPA though, but they work perfectly. Yeah, turn back into normal rover mode. So here you're going to see that Carson Kerman is going to go back inside of the thing, and William Kerman is going to come out. So you'll see why I call it Free IVA, or why it is Free IVA, because, oh my god, that wasn't very good of an example there, was it? There's not really much space in this one. It's good for space stations, so you have lots of room. Not for these, where you have like 0 room. Now you're going to see me fail at connecting the back of this thing up. Horribly fail, I mean, like horribly fail. Retro thrusters do not work on this planet for some reason. But yeah, you'll see me do it. I will definitely do this. So, and then I point upwards and I do the retro thruster. And docked. Now you see, I did refuel it, but I skipped it because it takes way too much time. And I mean way too much time. So that's why. Here's that 7.7 kilometer jump as well. Look at the top right, I reach like a very high speed at this first one. I don't actually need that much up thrust. Here you're going to see me slow down because I'm impacting into the ground going 30 meters per second. And about here is when I get out and do the little thing. So yep, let's go back, and then it will be time for us to say goodbye. So you'll see me do an epic crash here. And you'll be able to see how somehow, so you know that booster I dropped off from the lander? Somehow it survived. I don't know how, but it just sort of crashed. You saw it blew up, right? But it crashed into the ground. I guess the engine must have been on or something. Because it still landed on the Mun perfectly fine, almost. It's not like perfect, but like perfect, essentially. Like, you can see it here. Actually, you'll see it when I go into the Kerbal's eyes. Here, you see? You can see it right there, sort of below the green thing. Oh, there's no green thing anymore. But yeah, it's really big, right side of the screen. Actually pointing towards it. And then, suddenly, crash. The Kerbal goes invisible for some reason. Don't know why, probably because I have to get rid of it. But yeah, here he is. Then I'll refuel it, and then we'll leave them on. For the last 8 minutes, it's just going to be smooth sailing. Almost. So yeah, as I had become an expert at this, I can just do this first person. Hell, I think I do it without anyone in the lander, so the weight's a bit off. So yeah, okay, thumbnail shot coming in. Out there. And there's a thumbnail shot. Then you'll see I'll disable the docking port. By the way, this thing has way too much fuel. That's why I refueled it in the first place. It was just going to be a single use. But then I found out that this lander on the first run has like 5 kilometers a second too much fuel. So I sort of already knew that the crater wasn't going to be any problem. I could do it like twice as large. But yeah, as you can see, I used MechJeb again to get us into an orbit. Say goodbye to the Kerbals curling onto a Mun, because they can no longer Kerbal on the Mun if there's no access to a Mun we are launching. Say goodbye to the Mun, we're going to Kerbin. The orbit itself takes like 2 minutes just to get into it, because it's not that fast. The engine can barely even land on a good day. Hell, it bounced off the ground. That's the only reason why it survived last time. So now that I've set up the maneuver node to get us home, let's go home. By the way, you are not watching the one that I'm currently watching, which is like 720p on YouTube, because that would be horrible. And also, I can't really see that much of the screen. It's like barely even there, so yeah. 4 minutes till touchdown. I believe. Let me go check. Yep, 4 minutes almost exactly till touchdown. I don't normally say this, but if you watch this far and you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, because I'll probably start doing a few more of these cool, not seen before videos with not seen before landers and ideas. Like, I made I'm probably gonna make a ghillie rover with artificial gravity on it, like thrusters, so that it doesn't fall off of ghillie. Soon you'll see capsule separation, even though this thing could definitely land without the separation. Now it has two decouplers, a stack separator and a decoupler. And it's awfully quiet, so I guess I just have to enjoy my voice. Separation. By the way, that explosion was just a stack separator because it doesn't get rid of it, sadly. Now, for some reason, this lander doesn't blow up. It just leaves, but this one won't. Can you see, like, the dark greenish blob? I think it's not a blob for you. Let me go check. No, it's still a blob for you. But yeah, can you see that dark green area? We're probably going to land somewhere near there. From what I can remember from the mission. Which I recorded yesterday at this exact time. Of me recording a voiceover. Touchdown in 2 minutes. So yeah, the heat phase is over. Soon, we are landing at sunset, by the way. But soon you'll be seeing the parachute deploy. Oh, you can really see how I was almost at a polar orbit, because normally you're going to sunset or sunrise, but I'm going parallel to the sun. So this was just essentially on a polar orbit that was coming down. Now you're just going to see me speed this up for a landing in about 30 seconds. I'll start the countdown soon. Give it another 20 seconds. Okay. I can't actually remember what MET time it was. It's pretty long. But yeah, feel free to like and subscribe. Soon it will be the end, because I didn't do an outro. See ya, I'll just leave you with the final bits. Goodbye, and until next time.